How to scale Google Shopping ads in a profitable manner. Today's video is about scaling up. If your current shopping campaign is profitable and there is a decent conversion rate of about 2% for your Shopify store, then this video is right for you. If you want to increase your customer base, expand your market share by using Google Ads to scale up in a profitable way, then this video is for you. I'm going to explain to you what is the framework and what are the steps that you need to take such that your campaign continues to stay profitable as you are increasing your ad budget at the same time. And if you are currently using enhanced cost per click as your bidding strategy for your shopping campaign, towards the end, I'll go into the different options that you can select such that you will select the best option for your campaign and make sure that your ads continue to perform. Hi, I'm Clarice Lin, the ROI Doctor. I help Shopify store owners like pet store, baby store, food and drinks, and fashion store owners to grow and scale up profitable Google Shopping ads. If you're new to my channel, check out one of my best resources, the Shopify Marketing Guide, link in the description and pinned comments. There are 25 pages where I go into the pros and cons of different ways to diversify traffic to your store such that you don't 100% rely on Google. If this is the first time you're scaling up your Google Shopping campaigns, or if you're struggling with scaling up your campaign in a profitable manner, then this video is just for you. I'm going to go into the details of what could go wrong when you scale out a shopping ad campaign such that you avoid those mistakes and scale up successfully. The first thing I want you to know, scaling up your shopping campaign is not a linear process. Let me repeat that. Scaling up your shopping campaign is not a linear process. What that means is if you are running a shopping campaign today, $100 daily ad budget, and generating $15,000 in sales every month. If you 4 times your current ad budget to $400 per day, it is not a guarantee that you're going to get $15,000 times 4 times $60,000 of sales for your store. In fact, if you're not doing it correctly, the profitability of your campaign might even go down. And why is this so? Let me start by giving you a very simple analogy example. You have a physical store today and your target audience are students aged between 13 to 16 years old. And typically, you are able to identify those students by their uniforms. In fact, you have someone on the streets giving out leaflets to students wearing their uniforms. You know that once those students see your leaflet, they're going to come to your store and they're going to buy something from you. So each leaflet that you're giving out is going to be profitable because each person or each student who receives your leaflet is going to become your customer. The problem comes when you decide to double the number of leaflets and you have told the person to distribute all the leaflets for the day. And what does this person do? The person will try to then look for young people who are not in uniforms, hoping that they are students, and then after they receive the leaflet, they will come to your store. The problem is some of the young-looking people, they might in fact not be students, they could be grown-ups who look younger than they are. After they receive your leaflet, they're just going to bin it because they're not a student, they are not the correct customers for your store. And this same concept applies to your shopping campaigns. When you're increasing your budget rapidly, you're giving Google a lot of money to spend, and they're not able to find the right people for your store, but they still want to spend your budget because you have given them the budget. They show your ads to more people and getting more clicks to your store. But each of those clicks will not be as valuable as the initial clicks that you're getting when your campaign was profitable. What you will realize is, although you're still getting clicks to your store, the conversion rate actually goes down and the cost per conversion for your campaign goes up, and the ratio of revenue generated for every advertising dollar goes down as well. How can you actually avoid this scenario? There is a way to avoid that from happening for your campaign, and I'm going to explain how. Assuming that the geographical location of your campaign remains the same, you just want to reach out to more people in the same country. And these are 2 factors that will affect the success of scaling up your ads. Number 1, your ad budget. How you are increasing your ad budgets. Are you increasing your ad budgets too quickly? If you double or triple your ad budget straight away as what Google recommends to you, most likely your conversions will go down. Make sure that your ad budget is increased in a structured manner. This means each time around when you increase your ad budget, you should only limit to between a 15% to 20% increase for your ad budget. Once you increase your ad budget, then you wait between 7 to 14 days for the algorithm to learn to locate more of the right people, showing the ads to more different people, collecting data from those clicks, and waiting to see if those clicks turn into conversions. Once Google has collected enough information, this means that they have successfully located more of the right people for your store. Once that successfully happens, you will see that your conversion rate stays constant and your cost per conversion would stay about the same and your return on ad spend would stay consistent. The second thing you need to do is to make sure that you're helping Google to locate more of the right people for your store, because the shopping campaign is a search campaign. This means that Google will show your product ads to the right people based on what they type into shopping search, and Google decides which are the search queries that are most relevant to your ads and then show your ad. Google does this matching of your product ads to the right people through the quality of your product feed. The product feed that you submit to Google Merchant Center. The quality of your shopping feed is determined by what are the keywords that you are putting into each of the attributes for your product. The most important attributes you want to focus on is the product title and the description. You want to make full use of your product title. There are 150 characters there. Make sure your main keywords that's going to drive the volume and the conversions are in your product title, and the product description similarly should include those keywords as well. In fact, if you are adding more related search terms into your product description, helping Google to fully understand what is your product about, what's so special about your products, what are the different characteristics and benefits for the shoppers, Google is more likely to show your ads for different variations of the search terms. If you have a really short product description, or you're not maximizing your product title, this limits Google's capability to determine what are the different search queries to show your ads for. Especially if you're increasing your budget, this means you want Google to show your ads for more different search queries. And this is only possible if you have included those search terms in your product feed. If you're struggling with optimizing your product title or your product description, I have two very great resources: how to optimize your product titles such that you're going to get more Google clicks, linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Do check out that video where I go into more examples. The other video to optimize your product description, where I approach it in a structured manner, check that video out in the top right hand corner of the screen. Aside from the title, the description, other attributes that are important if you're a pet store owner or a fashion store owner is the size of your product, the color of your product. Make sure those attributes are filled in correctly. If your product has more than one color, include them as well with a /. Let's say the main color of your product is red and secondary color is blue. You put in red/blue. This will help Google to match your product to those people who are looking for a product that might have two colors, or show your ads to people who are looking for either of the color. Other attributes that are also important would be the material of your product. What is your product made of? Is it waterproof or water resistant? Add that into your attributes. If you're a baby store owner and you sell baby furniture, you also want to include the dimensions of your product, the length, the width, the height, and the weight of your product. This will help Google to match your product more easily to people who are searching for those attributes. Another way to improve the quality of your ads is to improve the click-through rates of your shopping ads. This means putting up really attractive, appealing images for your products. For each of the industry, there is no clear-cut formula of what is appealing. Sometimes a product on a white background could be appealing, whereas in some cases, the product in a lifestyle setting will be appealing for the shoppers. You want to test with those different images, and this helps to improve the click-through rate. If your product image is not appealing and Google is showing you ads to the right people, but it's not an appealing picture, they're not going to click on the ad. As such, you want to make sure that your product image is really appealing. The average click-through rate for product ads is about 0.86%. If you're struggling with 0.3% or 0.2%, this means there is huge room for improvement. Improve the quality of your product ads. Maybe retake all your photos again, or improve the quality of your photos by using different apps to improve the aesthetics, to attract people to stop in their scrolling and click on your ads. If your click-through rate is high, this is telling Google that your ad is very relevant and very interesting for those people, and Google is more likely to select your ads to show to those shoppers instead of your competitors. If you're struggling with inserting the right keywords for your product title or into your description, you can go to Keyword Planner to do your research and get some ideas on which are the top search terms that people are looking for if they're searching for your products, or look at your competitor's store to see what are the top search terms heading to your store, such that you could also include those search terms into your product feed and increase the quality of your product feed. Remember, the more descriptive your product description is, the more relevant words that you have in your product feed, this helps Google to match your products to the right people. And if you're adding more, this helps Google to also increase the range of queries that they can show your product ads for. After you have improved the quality of your product feed and increased your budget, you'll be able to monitor the performance and see how your campaign is performing. If at this point you are seeing a limited by budget status for your campaign, it's actually a very good sign, because at that point, after the improvement to your product feed, it means that Google has successfully located more of the right people to your store and is running out of budget to show to more of the right people. This is also a good time for you to increase your budget again, because Google has located more of the right people and they can't wait to show to more of the right people. At this point, increase your budget by another 15 to 20% and then wait for another 7 to 14 days to see how it performs. If Google has located more of the right people for your store and your budget has run out, it will continue to show limited by budget status. But if they are not able to find more of the right people and your status goes back to normal, this means there is probably more opportunities for you to identify more of those search queries. You can go back to review your product feed again, see how you can improve your product feed in different ways if there are additional information that you know will be useful for your shopper. Think of what a shopper would ask if they actually come to your store and they talk to you. Or if shoppers have sent you emails before, if there are certain questions about your products, you can include the answers to those questions in your product description as well. This really helps Google to increase the scope of queries that they can show your product ads for. While this is going on, don't forget to go into the search terms report and review those search terms. You'll be able to see what are the different search terms that Google has decided to show your products ad based on your product feed. If Google has identified the wrong search terms to show your product ads for, you can check those boxes and exclude them. Add them as negative keywords. By doing that, you're telling Google, please don't show my product ads for those search terms anymore. They are not likely to become customers of my store. Spend my ad budget on other search terms. You have to consistently do that because Google is regularly generating new search queries to show your product ads for. Go into that report and review them every 2 to 3 days. Review those search terms, especially when you're adding your budget and after you have optimized your product feed. And that is the process. Optimize your product feed, you increase your budget, regularly review your negative keywords and exclude them. Continue to monitor that performance regularly. Once you've reached your desired ad budget that you want to raise to, and your conversion rate stays constant, your cost per conversion stays about the same, and your revenue and ad spend stays fairly consistent, this means that you have succeeded. If you're seeing an increase in cost per conversion or your conversion rate of your campaign is going down, this means there is still plenty of opportunities to optimize your product feed. Go back to look at what are the different search terms that you can still put in as much answers as you can into each of those product description and attributes. If this sounds a little too much for you and you want to get specialized help, you can also get in touch. I help Shopify store owners to scale up their shopping campaigns in a profitable manner. My contact details in the description and pinned comment. Google has decided to remove the bidding strategy, enhance cost per click for shopping campaigns, and this starts in October. There are 3 options you can choose from: selecting manual cost per click as your bidding strategy, or selecting target return on ad spend. Should you decide not to go with shopping campaign, there is also the option of setting up Performance Max. Only drawback is for your Performance Max, you're not able to review the search terms and exclude those search terms individually. This means that you don't have that level of control. If Google is showing your ads for the wrong search terms, you're not able to tell Google, I don't want my ads to be showing for those search terms, and exclude that. There is lesser control when you use PMax in general. If your shopping campaign currently is very profitable, then I would highly recommend you to stay with that. You can change your manual cost per click or set a target return on ad spend based on historical data, and this would likely keep your shopping campaign to stay profitable at your current state. As you're scaling up your Google shopping campaign, you want to have more confidence in knowing that those people coming to your store, they're most likely going to become your customers. You can also check out one of my videos, 6 clues to tell if your Google Ads shopper is most likely going to convert. You can check out the link in the top right hand corner of the screen. I have another video where I also go into how you can use Google Analytics, a very powerful tool to understand What are the shoppers doing on your store? What are the different opportunities you can tap into to improve your Google Shopping campaign? Link in the top right-hand corner of the screen. I hope this video gives you the correct framework of scaling up your Google Shopping campaign in a structured, organized manner such that it continues to stay profitable as you put in more ad budget. If you found this video useful, remember to give it a like. Do subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos on how to grow and scale up profitable Google Shopping ads. I'm Clarice Lin, the ROI Doctor, signing off. Stay profitable.